So I'm a bit late, like 12 minutes late. Welcome to my monthly live cooking show. Today I'm going to be cooking a beef lasagna. I love a good beef lasagna, especially one that I have kind of recreated to make it a little bit more, I guess, less calories, just a little bit healthier options, just switching out a few different things. And also it's all about portion sizes as well. So let's begin. So all you need, I'll make sure I put the recipe in the comments, but we're gonna start with an onion and one garlic. And we're gonna fry that up, throw in the mince, and cook that up first. So we'll start with that. I'm just gonna preheat the oven. That's probably the number one thing we need to do. Sorry. Okay, so that's at 180 degrees. So I guess while I'm doing this, I thought it might be a good idea just to go through the whole mythology or the myth about if you want to lose weight, or if you want to eat healthy, then you should avoid carbs, pasta, or things like your lasagna. And if you follow me, then you know my philosophy. I'm totally against that. I believe in having a good balanced diet, and you can still lose weight and be healthy. I don't believe in restricting any macros, any sort of foods, especially carbohydrates, because they're your energy source. And without that, we can't perform to our best. And as you know, when we're tired, that's when we turn to binge eating. And actually, by eating the pasta, you could have just avoided that and saved yourself a whole lot of calories. So this lasagna is about 340 calories probably per serve. Not that I follow calories, but if you do, that's what it is, compared to probably about 500-600 if you just do a normal with the bechamel sauce and stuff. I still make the sauce, but I'll show you how I make it just that little bit more, I guess, healthier for you. I'm just cutting up the onions. Look, it depends how thin you like them, your onions. If you like your bolognese quite thick or thin, that's up to you. Usually I would do this, to be honest, I would do this in my Thermomix, just because it's easier and quicker, but because I'm doing this with you, I'll do it the whole traditional way. We'll do it in the pan, and we'll cook it the old-fashioned way. But if you have a Thermomix, this is much quicker, probably half the time. So, highly recommend investing in oil like this. I love this, my favorite, because it has so much flavor, and you actually don't really need to do the garlic and onion, but I do it because I want to show you, just in case you don't have this. But this is my favorite oil. It is so good, and I also buy the chili as well. I like things spicy, but this is my favorite oil. So I will put a bit of this, just because I love garlic and onion. Just a sprinkle. And then I'll add in my onions. garlic mince up. So I'm going to do a bit. Put the garlic through. That's probably medium heat is fine because you don't really want to burn the onions. You just want them to be a bit browned and soft. Yeah, my chopping is not that great right now. Very rough. Probably a bit thinner than this, but doesn't matter. For the purpose of this cooking show, that's what it's going to be. And if you have like tips and stuff that you've kind of developed yourself over the years on how to perfect lasagna, I'm more than happy for you to comment and let me know. I'd love to hear it. Always love hearing new things and new recipes. So when that's brown and kind of soft and kind of see-through, you know you're ready for the bolognese to go in. Bit of the mince to go in. So I'm using 500 grams here, only because I'm going to make a big batch. If you were to do it maybe for 1 or 2, you could do half of that. 250 grams more than enough. So I like to buy a very lean mince because, as you know, it can be quite fatty. And as long as you flavour it, it doesn't really matter. So, we'll leave that to brown for a bit. Just break it up. You don't want clumps in your bolognese. So I like to leave that for a bit. I'll add some salt as well. And pepper if you like. I like this kind of combination where it's got a bit of salt, pepper, and it's got a bit of chili flakes in there as well. Just gives it a good little flavour boost. So while that's cooking, I'm going to make my version of the, I guess, bechamel sauce, if you like to call it. So you need a blender, okay, and you need egg whites. And I love this because then I'm not wasting eggs. You can buy this any Woolies or Coles, and you just buy already just egg whites. Okay, so you need about, well, for this amount of serving, you probably need 150 grams. It's about 90 grams per serve. So I've already measured that out here. I've put that in here. And my recipe will say like cottage cheese or ricotta, whatever you want. I don't have that in my fridge, so I'm just using light Philadelphia spreads. Very similar, same thing. Just gonna get a spoon. And probably for this type of serving, I would say about 2 to 3 tablespoons. And again, I would season it. Some salt and pepper. good old NutriBullet. Just gonna whisk that up. It's probably too creamy, probably need a bit more. You don't really want it to be very liquidy. You want it to be like creamy. So that's pretty good consistency. I don't know if you can see that. Ooh. No, you can't. Anyways, I'm happy with that. Maybe a little bit more actually. Otherwise, it might be a little bit too watery. Finish this off. Now that it's kind of all browned, you can add in your passata. This is my favorite thing to add. I always like to buy the Italian herbs one because it's just got so much flavor, and then you don't have to add in all the extra stuff like the basil and the parsley and stuff. It's already in the sauce. I would say probably half of this for 500 grams of mince, so 350 grams. Now we just let that simmer for about 5 to 10 minutes more, with the sauce really soak in with the meat. So while that's actually cooking, I thought I would talk about, you know, what I get asked a lot is about good and bad food. You know, the reference of good and bad food. Like I get lots of clients and friends who'll go, oh, that's really bad. I had some really bad food today. I'm like, what's bad? What's happened to it? Did it misbehave? Did it steal something? What makes it bad? Well, you know, they were like, you know, the chocolate or the pizza. I'm like, why is it bad? It's not bad for you. All food is good for you. Every food is just food. It's not good or bad. It's only good or bad because you put reference to good or bad. And as soon as you label a food bad, you suddenly want it more than anything. Don't label food anything except for food, because every single ingredient in a food is good for you. It just depends how much you eat of it and how you eat it. As soon as you label anything bad, that's what you want, right? I mean, you're going to want it more. You're going to want to binge on it. So if you look at food as just food, it's much easier then to focus on just your hunger rather than what you see in front of me and how you labeled it. You know, someone would say to me that lasagna is bad. You know, oh, it was bad last night. I had a whole piece of lasagna. Lasagna is really good for you. It's got a whole pile of nutrients in there. Mince, which is great, high in protein. Pasta is high in carbohydrates, it's got fiber. onions and garlic, which is great for your immune system. I mean, if you add other spices like parsley and basil, which is amazing for you. You know, if you make it a healthier version of vegetable sauce, and sometimes I don't even put that, you don't even need the cream sauce, but if you do need it, that's the healthier version there. So it's all about how you look at it. It's just food. And also portion sizes, you know. Whether you're gonna have a big slice like this lasagna, if you're gonna have a little piece with some salad on the side, that's okay. So I'm just gonna let that simmer. Let me know what you think about that. Do you label your food as good and bad? Does that make you want to eat more of that food, knowing that it's bad for you, or thinking that it's bad for you? And you avoid it and then binge on all these other things and eventually eat it anyways? Very common thing for my clients. Rather than just eating it, you know? So, while that's cooking, it's nearly finished. My oven is warmed up and ready. So, the way I would layer this up is I'd put bolognese sauce at the bottom so that the lasagna sheets can stick. Lasagna sheet, bolognese, bechamel sauce, lasagna sheet, bechamel sauce, blah, 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 blah. If you didn't want to use the bechamel sauce, even the one I made, you can have just a bit of the shredded cheese. It will have the same effect. It'll be nice and cheesy and delicious. So if you're not into that, or if you could just eliminate it altogether, it will still be delicious, I promise. Sky, go away. My dog wants some. All right, Sky, you want to come and say hi? Come and say hi. Oh, this is Sky, everyone. Say hi, Sky. No, she smells all the bolognese. She wants some too. Okay. I think it's nearly ready. I think it's ready. It's because we're going to put it in the oven anyways to finish it off. So, okay. So, you can buy any lasagna sheets you want. Like the ones that are kind of like this are frozen. They're kind of pre-cooked a bit already, so they're much easier. The ones I have at the moment are gluten-free only because I didn't even realize I picked up the gluten-free option. It doesn't matter. You don't need the gluten-free. You can buy proper lasagna sheets. It was really out of just pure mistake. So, actually, you know what? I'm going to put a little bit of oil at the bottom. Just to give it a little flavor. And I'm going to put a little bit of the... I'm going to do it here for you guys. Can you see? That. Just enough for it to stick. Put the lasagna sheet on top. And again, bolognese. Now, people always ask me, how much do I put on a lasagna sheet? That's really up to you. Depends how big you want it, how juicy you like it, and how many lasagna sheets you're going to fit on top, right? Obviously, the more you put in between, the less lasagna sheets you're going to use up all your mince. It's going to be quite dense and filling, or you can put more lasagna, make it quite big, and then you can have a smaller piece because there's quite a bit there with some salad. It's really up to you. I like to have a lot of lasagna sheets because I love pasta. And you know what? Life's too short not to eat pasta. Oh, I forgot the bechamel sauce. Oh. Okay, that last one won't have it. This one will have. I got too excited. Sorry. Okay. Now you're probably asking why egg whites. Well, egg whites is what makes it creamy, right? Can you see that? Very creamy. Just gonna pour that on top. Yummy. And you know what? It will make it so juicy and delicious. Just that adds that X factor. I promise you, you won't regret it. But like I said, if you want to avoid the bechamel, it's okay. Oh, yum. Can't wait. This will be my lunch. Can't wait to eat it. So I eat this always with a side of salad because you need to balance out the richness of the lasagna. You can do a bit of spinach, like a leaves salad, with some olive oil, salt and pepper. Nothing crazy. It just evens out the taste. Don't worry if it's messy, it's meant to be messy. A messy lasagna is the best, and it's all soggy and beautiful. Favorite. Now, even my kids love this, by the way, so don't be afraid to make this for your kids. Heaps of protein, heaps of nutrients here. Oh, so good. I think this will be my last one because it's got to go over the top. Now, if you like, you can sprinkle the top with a bit of shredded cheese just to make it golden. It's up to you. I like to finish off like that. Oh. Good. Chop. Squeeze it down. Now, I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of cheese on top. This one. Too much. Just because it just makes it so yummy, I think. Literally a tiny handful, you can see. I'll just sprinkle that on top, and I'll just add a little bit of golden crunch to it. And that's it. Look at this beauty. Oh, can't wait. Delicious. Going in the oven. Yum. What's happening? Sorry, guys. Okay. Okay. Whew. I'm done. And that's it. That is how you make, try this. Perfection. Yum. And that is how you make a yummy, delicious lasagna, which I can't wait to eat. Post some pictures of me eating it. So, if you make it, please post it on on the socials, tag me. I'd love to see how yours turned out, whether you liked it. If there's any specific recipes that you want me to do or cook next time, please let me know, or like give you a healthy alternative. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.